What's up, MFFLs? You're watching Dallas Mavericks today. I'm your host, Harrison Graham, and the Mavs are 2-1 after a win over the Houston Rockets on Tuesday night. Nice win in the home opener. However, what is not so nice is Kristaps Porzingis left that game with lower back stiffness. KP back to being banged up like he always is as he played into the third quarter and then left the game. Jason Kidd didn't believe it to be serious in his post-game presser, but they opted to preach caution here. He is officially listed as questionable after today's evaluation for Thursday's game against the San Antonio Spurs. So while it doesn't seem to be serious with Kristaps Porzingis, it's like, come on, man. 2.5 games into the year, it's always something, man. There's always something that comes up with Kristaps. And, I don't think it's his fault necessarily. When you're 7'4", 250 or whatever he's listed as, you're going to get injured. But it's like, dude, you finally have a healthy offseason, and 2.5 games in, the back's tightening up on me. Just brutal. It's just absolutely brutal. He didn't play that well last night either. 2 of 10, 9 points, 3 boards in 20 minutes. Again, he's not going to miss a lot of time because of this, but it's just one of those things. It's like injured guys stay injured. That's the phrase, right? It seems to always happen with Kristaps, whether it's a major injury, whether it's something minor like this. He just always has something, and that is very, very frustrating when you've maxed this guy out, when you're expecting him to be your number 2 guy next to Luka Doncic, and oh wait, a week into the season we're talking about Kristaps Porzingis being injured yet again. So I'm clearly frustrated. What's your one-word reaction to the Porzingis injury? Let me know down in the comments. And again, I'm not mad at him specifically. I'm just mad at the situation in itself. It's very frustrating. It's tiresome. It's par for the course, right? With Kristaps, it just always seems to be that he ends up being injured at some point in time. So let me know what your one-word reaction to his injury is. My one word is typical, right? I mean, can't get through a week of the season before him being on the injury report. It's typical. It's par for the course, like I said. It's expected, unfortunately, at this point. I mean, the goal, again, can you get 60 games out of him and have him healthy come playoff time? I mean, that's really what you're hoping for if you are Dallas. It's just hard when you've paid this guy to be a number 2 superstar on this roster, and he can't be relied upon. That's just the simple fact of the matter. So it is what it is, and hopefully he can play Thursday. I'm glad it's not serious, but it is very, very frustrating. Sterling Brown also questionable for Thursday's game. I think a little ankle injury popped up for him, so we'll see if he ends up playing or not. Not as concerned there. A, he's not as big of a player, obviously, and B, it doesn't sound like too big of a situation. But Kristaps Porzingis, lower back stiffness. We will see if this is a nagging injury or if maybe it's just a one-game type of deal. We'll keep you guys informed on that and a whole lot more throughout the season. So make sure you guys subscribe to Dallas Mavericks Today. We'll have the latest rumors, news, and much more videos. So hit that subscribe button and do not miss any of our coverage here on your number 1 home for Dallas Mavericks basketball, Dallas Mavericks Today, youtube.com/MavsTV. I'll start Reggie Bullock. Is he going to get more time moving forward? He should. Had his best game as a Maverick against Houston last night, but he's only been playing like 15 to 17 minutes per game, which I just do not understand. He was even asked about it by a media member, Nick Angstadt, and Jason Kidd basically blew him off, saying that he's in charge of the lineups. It's like, yeah, we know that, coach. But when you paid the dude 3 years, $30 million, and Bullock was a starter for the New York Knicks last year, who was a good playoff team, and he's coming off your bench and playing 15 minutes a game, I just don't really understand that. Last night he shot the ball very well, 6 of 11 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3, 16 points, 4 rebounds, and this is kind of what you wanted when you signed him, right? Be that 3-and-D assassin for you, whether it's in a starting role or off the bench, and he needs to play more. I'm not saying you have to start him. I'd like to start him and bench Dwight Powell and play a little smaller, play KP at the 5, Dorian Finney-Smith at the stretch 4, Bullock at the 3, Tim Hardaway at the 2, and then Luka at the 1. But even if you're not going to start him, if you're going to bring him off the bench, he should play 25 minutes a game. Like, he should not be in this 16, 17 minute per game range. I mean, guys, he's making $10 million a year. He should play more than he has been in the early going. I liked what I saw from him last night. I hope we get to see more playing time out of him because I think he can be a key contributor for this basketball team. But so far, he just has not been getting a ton of PT. So we'll see how Jason Kidd handles his rotations moving forward. We'll talk more about the rotation in a minute, by the way. BetUS is our sportsbook partner here at Dallas Mavericks today. And if you want to bet on some Mavs games or some Cowboys games or NBA, college football, whatever it is, go to chatsports.com/MFFL. Use that promo code MFFL. That way you can get a 125% deposit bonus. Put down $100, give you $125 for free. Mavs back in action against the Spurs on Thursday night. You can let us know who you got in that one. You can also bet on this matchup. Do we have the betting odds, Marsh? I don't even know if we do. If we don't, that's no big deal. Go bet on this one at chatsports.com/MFFL. Use that promo code MFFL. That way you guys can make some money. And also let us know who you got in this game. Odds are not out currently, but by the time you watch this video, if you go to chatsports.com/MFFL, create an account, maybe they will be out by then. That game, of course, on Thursday night. Okay, let's talk about this leadership council thing. I don't know if you guys are super tapped into this. This was trending on Twitter after the game because all 15 players got minutes by the middle of the third quarter, and you're like, what's going on? Why are they just playing literally everybody while this game is still in contention? Well, Jason Kidd was asked about it after the game, and he said the, quote, team leadership council met with me before the game and said, we want all 15 players to play. Tim McMahon reports that team leadership council is Luka, Kristaps, and Tim Hardaway, which makes sense. Those are your three highest paid players. But this is kind of a strange deal, right? It's like third game in, and this trio is saying, hey, let's play all 15 players tonight. I don't know if it's, hey, it's the home opener, let's get guys more involved, more engaged. I don't know if it's some distrust between the players and Kidd about the rotations early on. I don't think it's that, but I do think it's kind of weird to not keep that in-house and to be very open with the media about, hey, the leadership council told me I should play 15 players, so that's what I decided to do. Kind of interesting. Luka talked about it as well. He said, hey, yeah, I think it'll help a lot. I think the more you talk, the better the more you talk, the better, especially like this, meetings on the court, off the court, talking solves things, so I think it is a good idea. Now, for a long time, Mavericks fans, they had a team leadership council in 2011, of course, which is the year they won the championship, so maybe they're trying to implement some of that. Kidd, of course, was a part of that 10 years ago, 11 years ago. I will say this, Luka is becoming more of a vocal leader. That's something he talked about in the offseason. It's like, okay, he's the star. We've known that. But now you're the $200 million dude. You got to be that leader on the court, not just a guy people follow, but a guy that's willing to get in your face and, tell people how it is. That's what Kobe Bryant was so great at over the years with the Lakers. Luka off to an okay start. Good overall, but he's not shooting the ball well from outside yet. You guys know how that goes. He's very streaky from three-point range. 24, 11, and 9. Still very, very good numbers and plenty of time to get that jump shot where it needs to be. So we'll kind of see if this leadership council, if any more storylines come out of that. But I found that very interesting. In game number 3, all 15 players got playing time against the Rockets. All right, predict the score next game, like I said, tomorrow night against the San Antonio Spurs. Again, you can bet on it, chatsports.com/MFFL, promo code MFFL. Let us know who you think is going to win between the Mavs and the Spurs and get us a score prediction. I'll take Dallas in a tight one, 107-101. You know the Spurs are always going to come ready to play against Dallas. San Antonio, I believe, off to a 1-3 start as they're off to a bit of a sluggish beginning to the season. Give me the Mavs 107-101 to improve to 3-1. That's all for today's video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/MavsTV. We'll be back for more throughout the season, so hit that big red button, and we'll see you soon.